Alright guys, today we're going to install this Vantrue N4 Pro STARVIS2 3-channel camera. It's got a front facing, an in-cab facing, and a rear. Let's see how that works out. I've already got a Viofo A229 installed in this car. This is the Duo. This is the STARVIS1 version, front, and I have the rear. So my other vehicle, I have the A229 Pro, which is a STARVIS2, 4K front, 2K rear. This is a STARVIS2, 4K front, 1080 rear, and 1080 in cab. So I'm going to use the cabin in front, and I don't know that I'm going to hook up the rear yet, but I'm just going to do a quick install and then just test it out for a while and go through some of the footage and see how it handles. So let's get this install done. So the main unit itself is pretty substantial feeling compared to some older dash cams that I've had. We've got the lens cover here for protection or safety. Looks like it's a magnetic mount that it'll clip into. So this is the main unit here, and I'm guessing it'll face this way, and the in-cabin camera on the right. So I know it's technically they want it over this side, but I've already got one installed there, and I'm not really trying to move that yet, so maybe I'll put it up here. It'll be still behind my rear view camera. So just go through the rest of the accessories here, see what we got. Cable. I believe this is the mount that we need. So I'll have to size this guy up and figure out where I want it to go. But let's see how they clip together like that. So it's magnetic, I'm guessing. Yeah, slots in. So it's got this 3M adhesive mount. So I'm going to mount it up here. Got a little Windex. I'm just going to clean my window, and then we'll mount that electrostatic pad. For routing, I just ran it along underneath the headliner here. This is the A229 cable, and then I've got an older car. I don't have side curtain airbags, so you know, for what that's worth. You guys probably have newer cars if you're watching this. This is an 05 Civic, so there's no side curtain airbag here in the A-pillar, but I like to run my cables down here on both sides, both sides of this side, and usually when I run the rear camera it'll go this side. I still have some old stickies from the old one, and then straight down and along the floor here, and I just throw the carpet as it comes down here, and then it goes behind, and then there's a mess of wires, but I cover it up with the floor mats, so you don't actually see or step on this crap because it's kind of tucked into the side here. But yeah, it's not glamorous by any means, because I've got my other camera just in the way and the Vantrue just hanging down here. So one goes against the window, and we're going to put it right up here. Bump it right up against the existing trim, and then we peel off number 2. Okay, so 1 and 2 are gone. Do not touch your skin. Oh, okay, that's great. Let's grab a glove. All right, so we got the primer here. We'll just put it on this electrostatic pad, and then, yes, deadly primer. Oh, it smells great. Somewhat like this, so that way the in-cab view can see me. Yeah, that's great. All right, so that's probably good there. So peel this guy off. I'm going to disconnect this, shut off the camera, Moment of truth. $1,001, $1,002, $1,003, $1,004, $9,000, $1,010. Okay. All right, well, so there we go. We're installed. I think that's good. Let's flip it back to front view. Front view, rear view. Okay, so we got in cab. Kind of blocking by my thing here, but there we go. So we're installed. So now I need to put my trim panel back and then throw my carpet down. But yeah, I swap out these cameras all the time. So there's not too much to installing them once you get used to it. And then we've got the rear camera here, which I don't know, maybe I'll install it later, but I have one already. This is only a 1080p, so if we want to later we can hook that up. Save your boxes, people. What do we got here? Rear input cable. It's pretty thick. So this guy stands up. This guy is here. All right, there it is. Let's get this trim pot back on here. Hey guys, so it's been a few days. I have installed that Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro, and I did go ahead and run the rear camera back here. So that's next to my other VOFO 8229. I have the Vantrue rear. So now I hooked it up properly, and we can see, that it's 2160, 1080, and 1080, and can cycle through kind of all the cameras here. You can see there's me holding my GoPro, and we got the 3 camera view, the in cab, the rear, the front, so you can just cycle through them all that way, just to show you what we got. So I did get it set up, wanted to test a couple days of the footage and see what we got here. The install is pretty simple. I just ran the other USB-C cable kind of up and around my trim, down here along the floor, and it comes up the seat and tucked it in behind there and behind the headliner. I've done so many camera installs in this car that probably took me less than 5 minutes to run that, but it might take you all longer. But just wanted to get just some quick footage, letting you know how the install went. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the SD card out of here, and we will just do a quick composite of what we got on the camera here, and just tell you my thoughts. So. Alright guys, we're just testing out the audio on the Vantrue N4 Pro, the Nexus 4 Pro. This is the 3-channel version that I have installed. 4K front and then 1080 interior, 1080 rear. Next to it I have a VOFO STARVIS 1, the 8229 Duo. The Vantrue N4 Pro is a STARVIS 2 sensor. So let's just do a quick comparison of audio and video. When I installed it, I got it pretty close to my rear view mirror here, so might be cut off a little bit, but that was just based on what I had real estate wise in my window to install this camera. The truck back there flashed me because I have my my light bar on, but too bad, so sad. Yeah, the cable's running across the floor, so I know I had mentioned that I threw a mat down, but so they're not really in the way. Years ago, I did tap into a fuse, and I have some extra outlets down here for all my dash cam and stuff, and that's how I plug them in and swap them out, so I'm not actually running to the charger. Is it pretty? No. Does it work? Yes. I just pulled some footage from both cameras, so I'll put these SD cards back in. I picked up a 128 for my VOFO. I'm sorry, for that Vantrue. So there we go. Cover that back up, I guess. Is that how this thing works? Okay, so there we go. And then that's the Vantrue, the VOFO. Starting over. So we put our SD cards back in. I'm pretty happy with the N4 Pro. I like the in-cab view in the rear. How does it compare to an older STARVIS 1? I did a little brief comparison. I'm not gonna get too deep into the tech specs, but I think if you're looking for a 3-channel camera, an in-cab, a rear, and a front, it's a great option. I do think that they make an N5, which is also one extra camera facing forward, so you'll have the rear view and then a rear front facing cab, a front rear facing cab, and a front 4K. So that might be an option for drivers and all. I'm not an Uber driver, but if you guys are just looking for a decent camera, 3-way, I think you can't go wrong with the N4. I will show you what the files look like. I took a snapshot of the folder structure, so when you pull the SD card, what you see, and that'll be up on the screen now, it's A, B, and C breaks down your front, your rear, and your in-cab view to help you find what files you're looking for. So, and also in that shot is what the Vantrue looks like. They're all in the same folder. What the VOFO looks like, sorry, they're all in the same folder, and they're FR for the VOFO and ABC for the Vantrue. So definitely get a dash cam. Don't drive without it. It is lunacy out there. Fury Road, Mad Max, and I'm in Maryland, and it's absolute mayhem. So I would recommend a dash cam, and I recommend this one. Solid choice. 4K STARVIS2, 3-channel. Go for it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions on the cameras or what I prefer or some other cameras, let me know. I don't do a ton of reviews for dash cams, but I'm always rotating through them, so maybe I can answer your questions if you have any. Cool. All right, thanks all now. That's all for now, and we'll catch you in the next video.